Per your request, here's more on the Aerofly 5.5. Well, as many of my subscribers and other folks know, I fly the Aerofly 5.5 simulator exclusively these days. I've removed my Phoenix, my Real Flight, my Dave Brown, Clearview, Aerofly Pro Deluxe, and Aerochopper from my computer, so I have more room. So that said, there's no need to ask me if I've flown them, because I have, and even was a beta tester for the helicopters on the very first Real Flight. My name's in the credits on the disc. It was the best at the time and is still constantly evolving and is good. Well, Aerofly has really great graphics and the flight physics are excellent, even on their $39 EasyFly program, so you have to spend the big bucks. But the 5.5 is still my favorite, and even though other sims have good graphics and similar options, you know, Blimps, online flying, etc., Aerofly still feels more like a real flying plane than the video game, and the contests like the balloon bus feel like real contests. On the Ikarus-USA website in the link below, you'll see many planes that folks have programmed themselves for Aerofly, and they offer them free in their forums. So I'm going to give you a glimpse of a few that I just downloaded and tried out, and a few comments on the way about them. I'm not trying to sell anything here, I'm just trying to be a little informative of what's out there from an experienced pilot, because we had nothing like this when I was learning. So enjoy the flights. Here we go. You know, I love the slope soar. It takes a bit of a knack to learn how to fly the updrafts on the slopes, but you can fly for hours just using the wind, which has the most lift just along the crest of the slope. Here I'm flying the DFS Kranich 2. It's big and it's a great flyer. Here I'm flying the PT-17 Cadet. Pretty neat. Needs a little more down trim than normal, but the smoke is wild. This is the Electro Taser. It's also a motor glider. It reminds me a lot of the Gentle Lady glider. Flies in very little winds, and it's got flaps too. Real nice. Also, it's fun to fly this through the tunnels and caves at Creek Island. Okay, now let's fly these fascinating blimps. You know, this is slow and easy, but you know, there's just something fascinating about flying the blimps, and I like it a lot. What do you see what my buddy Jeff does with this blimp when I let him fly it? It's top heavy when you're upside down because of the gondola, and it just automatically rights itself. I always tell Jeff full up does not save much, and he says, well, what about full down? So what's he do? Okay, before I fly my favorite helicopter, here's a few stills of the full-scale P-51 at the Golden Gate Bridge. I just love to fly under it. For those of you who asked to see more about the Aerofly 5.5, I hope you enjoyed this and got some insight. And for those who haven't, you can find me most of the time at the Winsland-Schramberg Airport in the Black Forest of Germany. So come online and let's fly.